Logic gates basically help us perform certain operations on Boolean variables. And you should understand that logic gates are the fundamental unit of computer systems today. So, all the operations, because everything is in terms of zeros and ones, the operations that happen between any of two variables or any two entities are through logic operations. One of the basic operations is called OR operation, and the gate is shown like this. So this is the shape of an OR gate. If I have two inputs A and B, the output is represented as A plus B. So it is not, we don't usually say it as plus when we are talking about logic gates, but the symbol is shown as a plus sign. Okay, so this binary operator, this is a binary operator. So it's an operator between two quantities. It's a binary operator, and this kind of a binary operator is called an OR operator, and its symbol is a plus sign. So how does the truth table look like? And what is meant by truth table is that given two variables, whatever is the possible combination of these inputs, for all those combinations, what will be the output, corresponding output? That is what a truth table shows. So if I have two binary inputs, and when I say two binary inputs, or rather two Boolean inputs, what do we mean? That each of these variables, A and B, can take a value of 1 or 0. Okay, so they are basically binary operators. They can take a logic value true or false. Okay, so true or false, high or low, okay, 1 or 0. These are the only two kind of values that a Boolean variable can assume. Okay, so if I was talking in terms of a binary number system, then A and B can assume only 0 or 1 value, right? So if I have two variables that can take two values, how many possible permutations of these values can I have? I will have 2 to the power 2. If I had n such variables, I would have 2 to the power n such combinations, correct? So in this case, it is 2 to the power 2, that is 4. The combinations could be 0, both are 0, this is 0, this is 1, or this is 1, this is 0, or both are 1. Okay. So in such a case, what would be the output for A or B? A or B, when both are 0, it is 0. When any one of them is 1, is 1. So something like this. So A or B will give us a 0 output only when both the inputs are 0. Otherwise, even if one of the inputs is 1, the output will be a 1. So this is how the truth table for an OR gate looks like. This is OR. Next is called AND operation. AND is again a binary operator between two Boolean variables. It is shown with a dot. This operator is called an AND operator. How is it drawn? Given two inputs, this is how you would draw an AND gate. Okay, like an ice cream candy. And what is the relationship between inputs? These are all the possible combinations. So if both inputs are 0, its output is 0. If any one of the input is 0, the output is still 0. So 0 and 1 is 0, 1 and 0 is 0, 0 and 0 is also 0, 1 and 1, however, is 1. So for an AND operator to give us a high output, we need that both of them should be 1. It is kind of like multiplication in mathematics, where if you multiply anything with 0, you will get a 0 output. So to get 1, you need that both of them have to be 1. Otherwise, you will get a 0 output. This is just how the OR operator is kind of similar to addition, except that this is logical addition, okay, not mathematical addition. Because in an OR case, 0 plus 0, even if I consider this as plus, like mathematical addition, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is also 1, 1 plus 1, if this was a decimal number, it would have given 2. If this was a binary number, then 1 plus 1 is actually 1 0. Okay, it is not called 10, it is called 1 0 if this was binary addition. But this is not binary addition, this is logical operation OR. So 1 or 1 is 1. Okay? So it has some sort of like relationship with mathematical operations, but not directly. But I think that relationship you can kind of figure out. The third gate is called NOT gate, which is simply the complement of a variable. So NOT gate means A dash, you could also write it as A bar. Both of these represent the NOT operation, means complement, finding the complement of the input. Means if input is high, its complement is low. If input is low, its complement is high. If input, what does this tell us? That NOT is just a single input function. The input to a NOT gate is just one variable, not two variables, like how AND and OR are. So if the input is 0, its complement is 1, and if the input is 1, its complement is 0. So this is how the truth table for a NOT gate looks like, and this is how its logical symbol looks like. A triangle followed by a circle. So if this is A, this is A bar, and this is how a NOT gate would look like. Next is a combination of NOT and OR, which is called NOR. Okay, NOR gate. So as the name suggests, it is not of OR. How would the symbol look like? Given two inputs A and B, NOR would look like if you draw an OR gate, but draw a circle in front of it. So that circle that is coming from that NOT gate, this is how NOR logic gate looks like. Okay. How do we write it as? This is OR whole complement. This is how a NOR gate would look like. Now, again, if I have two inputs and I know that OR operation looks like what? Just OR, right? OR would give me a value 1 if any one of them was 1. So except for here, everywhere else I have a 1. The complement of this would give me what? 1 0 0 0, meaning wherever you had a 0, its complement is 1. Wherever you had a 1, its complement is 0. Okay. So this is how, means just ignore these values for now. This is how the truth table for a NOR gate looks like. Okay. Also, from De Morgan's theorem, for Boolean algebra says that complement of ORing of two variables is same as ANDing their individual complements. And there's another converse that says that if you have AND operation of two variables and you do a complement of the whole thing, this is equivalent as if their individual complements were ORed together. So from this law also, you could have said that instead of doing A plus B and then whole complement, this should be same as A complement into B complement, correct? Because A plus B, the whole complement, should be A complement and B complement. So this is what is NOR gate, and just like NOR gate, you have a NAND gate, that is not of AND. How does a NAND gate look like? Given two inputs A and B, a NAND gate looks like a AND gate followed by a circle to make it NAND. So this is how a NAND gate looks like. How will its truth table look like? A and B would be this, and therefore A NAND B would be complement of AND. So 1 1 1 0. This is how the truth table for a NAND gate would look like. Output, then it will give a low output. We started electronics part of the course by studying diodes. Then we went to transistors, right? Then we went to some circuits that are made up using transistors, which we called op amps, right? So what is inside an op amp? An op amp has differential amplifiers. That means combinations of BJTs only. Now logic gates can also be made using transistors or using diodes. And in fact, what we have studied till now is a BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor. There is another type of transistor which does similar operation, which is called field effect transistor. Okay, which uses CMOS technology. It's a different technology than the transistor technology. So, of course, these logic gates, inside them, there's nothing other than these kind of devices like BJT or FETs. But for this course, I would request you that you should know how to make logic gates using at least diodes and some basic gates using transistors. Okay, not all, and not using FET, but at least using BJT, how one can make logic gates, that you should be aware. So it's an application of BJTs as well, making these logic gates. And the next type of popular gate is called XOR, okay, or exclusive OR. So this X has come from this X, okay, exclusive OR. This gate is represented as, so it is similar to OR, but there is this flying saucer behind it. This is how an XOR gate looks like. So it also takes two inputs. So as the name suggests, exclusive OR, the operation is denoted by a plus inside a circle. This is how an XOR operation is denoted, a plus sign inside a circle. Okay, so let me just write the input combinations. Exclusive OR gate requires that only when the two inputs are exclusive of each other, it is going to give a high. When the two inputs are same, so the only two cases where both inputs are different from each other are these two cases. So these are the two places where it's going to give us a 1. And if the inputs are same, it will give us 0. Okay. This is what is an XOR operation. The next video lecture, which is coming up on how to write a Boolean function from a truth table, you will understand that XOR operation, like this kind of an operation, can also be written as AB bar plus A bar B. And there is AND between these two. Whenever you see in Boolean algebra, you see things like CD, ABC, it means it is A dot B dot C, means A and B and C. Okay? So AB bar or A bar B. How this happens, this can be proven by a truth table, of course, but how this happens, that we will see in the next lecture, when we see how to make a Boolean function, how to write a Boolean function from the truth table. This is called exclusive OR XOR, and the NOT version of this gate is called XNOR. Okay, exclusive NOR, or we can say NOT of XOR. So if there are two inputs A and B, XNOR gate would look something like this. The symbol is a circle and a dot inside the circle. A dot inside a circle B. This is how an XNOR operation is denoted, and this is how the truth table looks like. Obviously, it is going to be a complement of XOR. So wherever there were ones, it will become 0. Wherever there were zeros, it will become 1. So it is 1 0 0 1. Okay. What you see here is that an XNOR gate gives us a high output only when the two inputs are same, and it gives us 0 when the two inputs are different. For this reason, XNOR is also called an equivalence operator. Wherever the two inputs are equivalent, there it gives us a high output. Otherwise, it gives us a low output.